The sea that evening was like glass, soft, golden, and deceiving. A luxury yacht anchored near the small island village, spilling out a group of wealthy tourists in crisp linen and arrogance that reeked louder than their cologne. Their laughter carried across the docks as they passed a man sitting quietly beside an old wooden boat. Elijah, his hands rough like driftwood, his skin sunburnt and proud, was mending a torn fishing net. His boat was nothing but cracked paint, patched sails, and decades of whispered storms. "Look at that antique," one of the men, Bradley, sneered, holding a champagne flute like a weapon of status. "Hey, Fisherman, that thing still floats, or is it just for decoration?" A woman with diamond bracelets smirked. "You call that a boat? My handbag's worth more than that wreck." Elijah kept his eyes on his net, weaving rope through rope with the patience only the sea teaches. "You laugh now," he murmured under his breath. "But the tide remembers every laugh." Bradley pulled out a crumpled bill, $50, and tossed it into the sand at Elijah's feet. "Buy yourself a better life, old man. We're heading to the reef. Don't drown before we're back." The yacht roared away, slicing the horizon with wealth and ignorance. But Elijah wasn't watching them leave. He was watching the horizon. The clouds weren't right, too low, too fast. The birds had gone quiet, the sea smelled wrong. He whispered to the tide, "Not tonight, not again." He tightened his ropes, packed his lantern, and waited. By midnight, the ocean had turned to iron. The storm rolled in without warning, a wall of black thunder swallowing the sky. Waves rose like cliffs, tossing the luxury yacht like a toy. Champagne bottles smashed against railings. Panic screamed where laughter once danced. "Call the Coast Guard, now," Bradley shouted, clutching the railing as the yacht's engine sputtered. "The radios are dead. No signal," the captain cried. Lightning split the sea open, and in that electric flash, something moved. A small light, a flicker in the dark. Elijah's boat. It rose on the waves like a ghost, cutting through the chaos with impossible precision. The tourists, drenched and shivering, stared in disbelief. "You," Bradley gasped. How are you out here? Grab the rope, Elijah." Voice cracked like a whip, fierce against the roar. One by one they clung to his boat, hands clawing, diamonds slipping into the sea. The woman with the bracelets screamed as a wave ripped her handbag away, the ocean claiming what she once mocked. The boat groaned under their weight, the old wood straining, but Elijah never looked back. His hands were carved from storms older than they could imagine. As dawn bled over the horizon, the storm began to die, leaving behind only the wreck of the yacht and the stunned silence of the survivors. On the shore, soaked and trembling, Bradley finally looked at Elijah not with arrogance, but with something he had never shown a man like him, fear and respect. "Why," he whispered, "after how we treated you, why did you come for us?" Elijah stared at the horizon, his jaw tight. "Because this sea is my home, and you were screaming on my doorstep." Bradley tried to hand him a thick wad of cash, soaked, crumpled, useless. Elijah didn't even glance at it. "Keep your money," he said. The ocean already took its payment. The tourists looked out at their sunken yacht, their jewels swallowed by the waves, and for the first time they understood they had mocked the only man who could save them, and the sea had made sure they would never forget.